Over the last 8 days, I've tried 8 different pre-workout supplements, ranking them all based on their taste, their ingredients, and how they help me perform. And today I'm going to share with you what pre-workout was best and a bunch more about the ingredients you should look for when you buy a product to help boost your energy before you lift, train, or compete. My name is Dr. Marc Morris, a PhD in human nutrition and 10 years of online nutrition coaching, and over 20 years of getting all jacked up and lifting heavy things. So I'm not an expert on supplements, but I am an active participant. So if you watch until the end of this video, you'll know and understand if you need to be using one of these products and exactly what to look out for either you or your clients. So let's start with number 8.
And this morning is this Waken AF pre-workout. It's got pretty much all the regular ingredients in terms of caffeine, citrulline malate, as well as some beta alanine, but it's also got a nootropic compound. So I'm excited to try it. It's got all the fun things on it in terms of gains too, that type of thing. So we're gonna try it. We're gonna rate it based on taste. We're gonna base it based on energy as well, and then I'll just give it an overall rating. So here we go. Taste is really good. I enjoy it right off the bat. It's America Rocket Pop flavor. It's good. We'll touch base on energy in a second and how I feel in my workout.
I had someone just the other day asking me about pre-workout supplements, and I think they were talking about protein. So those are two different things, and I wanted to talk about it. Pre-workout supplements are typically stimulant-based products taken before exercise with the intent to boost performance through increasing energy. And not energy in the sense that you have more fuel like you would through proper nutrition and more calories and carbohydrates, but energy in the sense that you feel more alert and more focused and have more adrenaline. And the main component of these pre-workout products is going to be caffeine. Since caffeine blocks some of the receptors that make you feel tired, when you take caffeine, you feel more alert, and it also increases your body's core temperature and some of the hormones that amp you up. You feel the effects of caffeine quickly, and this typically peaks around 30 to 120 minutes after you take it or ingest it. Now, most of these pre-workout supplements will contain around 200 to 400 milligrams of caffeine, and that should be dosed based on individual tolerance. Now, caffeine isn't the only thing in these pre-workout products, and as supplement science advances, we see different compounds and different things coming on the scene, which you're gonna learn about today. But next up we have...
Okay, so today I'm trying the Vanel pre-workout from Vanel Project. It's got about, between the two types of caffeine in it, it has about 225, maybe 235 milligrams per scoop. What I like about it is that it's separated out into 2 scoops with the same like nutritional information on the side, like 1 and 2. That's always interesting to look at. It's got a lot of the same performance-based additions like citrulline, as well as some rhodiola, which is kind of interesting from the mental focus side. So I'm gonna shake this up here and give her a taste. This is the Rainbow Burst flavor. It's good. It's definitely pre-workout-y tasting. I'd say taste-wise, maybe like 3.5 out of 5. I'm gonna do a spin class this morning, so I'll fill you in on how it feels energy-wise as opposed to lifting. But overall, I feel like it's Rainbow Burst flavor. It tastes pretty good, but nothing to write home about. We'll touch base on energy in a second. Okay, so my spin class plans got hijacked there with the kids, but I did some bench pressing and everything felt pretty good. Energy-wise, I was not wired, but like calm and definitely like perked up and ready to go, which was different from the last pre-workout Waken AF I tried, which I was like ready to take on, the Spartan army. I was like fired up. My face was all melty and stuff. So this is a different feeling. I'd say energy-wise, I'm like 4 of 5. The taste probably wasn't as good. So in terms of the power rankings, this one's gonna stay at number 2 overall. So that's the Vanel Project, Vanel pre-workout. Okay, so today I am trying the Prevail workout from Cutler Nutrition, from legendary bodybuilder Jay Cutler. This has around 400 milligrams of caffeine per serving. I'm trying the rainbow flavor. Taste really good. It's a little sour, but I don't wonder if my ratio's off, but taste-wise, super good. Interestingly enough, it has 30 calories per scoop, and just based on the ingredients, I can't exactly tell why. There's citrulline malate in it from the like pump perspective, like many of the other pre-workouts, as well as some other focus-based compounds like huperzine, as well as alpha GPC. That could be, I'm trying to think if that's the calories, but I'm not exactly sure. So something you might be mindful of if you're, you know, watching your calories and monitoring those. But overall, taste is really good. And with 400 milligrams of caffeine, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be pretty amped up here. So we're doing deadlifts today. So I'm going to, I feel better already. I'm gonna keep you posted on how I feel energy-wise and my overall rating in a second.
All right, well into my deadlifts here, feeling good. We did the Prevail pre-workout today from Cutler Nutrition. I would say this is the best tasting one. It had the right level of caffeine for me, which is pretty highly caffeinated, 400 milligrams, but really good focus. I felt like my strength was good throughout. I still feel ready to go. I'm right before my last set, and I still feel ready to like do more. So those are all, you know, real reassuring things and things I look for in a product. So I'm moving this one to number 1 on the power rankings for right now, but awesome. A bunch of more like fantastic products to try here. So let's go.
Now, some pre-workout supplements will contain other compounds, some that are effective, like creatine and electrolyte powder, but some others that are also nice to have, like branched-chain amino acids or essential amino acids, but that don't typically go into traditional pre-workouts. Now, this next product did have creatine in it, which I personally like because I don't have to pick up another supplement. So let's talk about that.
Okay, today we got the Thavage pre-workout from CBum, the Chris Bumstead Classic Physique, Mr. Olympia winner pre-workout. You can see that this is the 4th pre-workout we've tried. The tub is actually significantly bigger than the others. The others are around, like, you know, 300, 400 grams for 30, 40 servings. This one is double or triple the size, and it has a lot to do with the ingredients. There's many more ingredients in it, as well as creatine, which I'm excited to. I do like products that I can, you know, bundle together and I don't have to worry about other things. So I know I'm just taking this for the day, but that is an appealing feature here. I got the Rocket Candy flavor. I'm gonna dive into that.
Okay, so first off here, tastes really good. It's much more subtle than the others. It's a little less in your face, but you can definitely taste the Rocket Candy, but it's not too sour. So I'm finding it really enjoyable. This one does have, in terms of ingredients, it has you know, a lot of the usual focus supplements around like huperzine, alpha GPC. It also does have beta alanine, which, if you guys remember from the Woken AF, made me feel like, you know, a rabid squirrel. So I got to keep that in mind too. But so far it tastes really good. We're gonna give it a 4 out of 5. We're gonna touch base on energy and the overall score in a second.
All right, just finished my spin class here. I felt like the energy based on the CBum Thavage pre-workout was really, really good. It had beta alanine in it, so I felt a little scratchy at the beginning, but not to the same extent I did with Woken AF. But I'm starting to feel like I actually like that performance-wise. Obviously, personal preference and that type of thing, but this had the right level of like focus and energy without getting me too spun or jittery. So I'm gonna move this up to number 2 on the power rankings. I'm also starting to feel in my element here as a shirtless doctor, so that feels good as well. But we have plenty more pre-workouts to try, but that is our first 4.
Now, some pre-workouts are also targeted towards certain demographics. Like, for example, bodybuilders are always chasing that pump feeling, so they want to have some compounds included in a pre-workout product that are going to increase blood flow. For example, like beetroot and glycerol, as well as citrulline and arginine, which we're going to talk about a little later in the video. But for now, let's talk about this next supplement that completely blew my mind.
Today we're mixing up that Ryse Fully Loaded pre-workout. It actually bubbled quite a bit when I put it in the water, so you know it's gonna be good. All right, so here we go. This one has about 420 milligrams of total caffeine, so I think it'll be our highest one. First thoughts on the flavor is it's good. I'd say, like, even right off the bat, middle of the pack. It's not like super strong or anything. It does taste good. I'm gonna give that a 4. In terms of the other ingredients, it has citrulline malates, beta alanine again, which again, those, like, you know, skin tingles. We'll see if we feel those. But overall, this tastes good so far. It's also got a delayed release caffeine. I think the main caffeine source in it is caffeine and anhydrous to begin with. So sometimes that can take a little time to work, but I think the intent is that this is, it helps you helps you feel like you have energy longer into your workout, which will be good. And there's also a nootropic compound in it that I'm hoping to see if it helps me with some focus. So we'll touch base on energy in a second because I'm doing some squats today. Okay, just finished up squats, and this was by far the best one yet. So Ryse Loaded pre-workout is going to number 1 on our power ranking. Had some of the same effects of, beta alanine, tingly, that type of stuff, but the energy was great. I still feel ready to rock. I'm ready to push a little bit harder, maybe even do a little more bench, secondary movement, that kind of thing. I think this is the best one yet. And I'm excited to work it into the rotation moving forward, but we still have at least 3 more pre-workouts left to try.
Now at this point, you're probably hearing some ingredients that may be new. For example, citrulline and arginine, and also beta alanine. These are compounds that are in pre-workouts for different reasons. Citrulline has been shown to delay fatigue during exercise. Most doses are gonna be anywhere between 4,000 to 8,000 milligrams, whereas beta alanine may buffer acid in muscles, meaning you can perform better in some of that high intensity, shorter duration exercise. And most doses for that are gonna be anywhere between 3,000 to 6,000 milligrams. Now keep in mind that the beta alanine is the compound that's gonna make you feel a little bit tingly and flush. And some people do feel that more than others, so you have been warned. Next up we have...
All right, this morning we're trying the pre-workout product, Limitless from Magnum Nutraceuticals. It's got some creatine in it, as well as I think 150 milligrams of caffeine, which I'm gonna be honest, doesn't feel like it's gonna be enough for me. But it's also got some branched chain amino acids, right around 1 gram total. And what else is in there? It's got some huperzine for focus, that type of stuff. So let's try it and taste the flavor.
Also around 3 grams of citrulline malate and alpha GPC. So it's got a lot of good focus compounds, that type of thing. Taste-wise, this is probably the best one. This is the pink lemonade flavor. It's honestly, it tastes exactly like something I would drink. It's not super sour or anything like that. I do have a gut feeling this isn't gonna be enough caffeine for me, but it is what it is. Let's touch base on energy and how my performance goes in a second.
Alrighty, just finished up my deadlift workout here and using the Magnum Limitless pre-workout. My performance was okay, energy was pretty good, but I just don't think it's enough caffeine. And even though the pre-workout tasted amazing, I'm gonna have to knock it some points down for that. So it's gonna go to number 5 on our power rankings here.
Today we're trying the pre-workout Supernova from Nutribolics. This is the strawberry lemonade flavor. Ingredient-wise, this one has some of the highest caffeine of anything we've tried so far. It's got some citrulline malate as well. I'm excited to dive in. Okay, I'm digging into it here. First thing first, the taste isn't great, but I want to be upfront. That sample pack is probably a few years old, so just to give it the benefit of the doubt here. But overall, taste isn't amazing. It feels like just a little strong, but maybe my ratio is off too. Either way, I've tried this pre-workout before, and what I'm most excited about to try again is that the caffeine is quite high, but at the same time, there's no beta alanine, so I might not get that, flushy feeling. And I'm expecting performance to be pretty good as I do some squats today. So I'm gonna touch base on that in a second. Other ingredients too, it's got huperzine. I'm trying to think for some of the other focus-based stuff. Theanine to keep me a little calm, lion's mane, that type of stuff. Some mushroom-based compounds. So in terms of focus and stuff, we'll see how it goes as well.
All right, so the squat workout went well with Supernova. Nothing to write home about. I definitely felt focused and had good energy, but it definitely wasn't top of the pack, especially considering, when I compare it to some of those days with Waken AF, that type of thing, it just wasn't quite the same. So this is moving up about halfway up our power rankings into 5th place. That's Supernova.
Lastly, there are some pre-workout supplements that are going to contain ingredients that help you feel more focused and increase cognition, but also make you feel calm. Some people even use these before the sport of studying. Common ingredients include huperzine A, lion's mane, as well as theanine. And you may find those helpful. But lastly, we have our last supplement on our list, which is...
And today we got the Hypermax pre-workout from Prevail. This is the raspberry limeade flavor. Let's get it all ready to go here. They marketed it as a pump product. It's got citrulline malate, some beta alanine, I think around 200 milligrams caffeine, as well as 100 more with the teacrine, which is a different like natural forming or occurring type of caffeine. Taste is pretty good. It's like a little more subtle than the rest, but I still do enjoy it. Other than that, I'm trying to think what else there is to tell you. It's got some focus-based compounds. I'm gonna do a little bit of bench press today. I'll report back on how my energy is.
All right, just wrapped up my bench workout here using the Performax, Hypermax pre-workout. Sometimes I talk about, you know, saving the best for last, and this was not it, unfortunately. The energy was okay and the taste was okay, but everything about it was kind of like middle of the road. I had a little bit of a pump, but not like crazy focus, not crazy energy or anything like that. And so many of the earlier pre-workouts just outperformed it. So I'm gonna move it into number 7 on the power rankings. And it's something that if you're into it, go for it. If not, there's many others on this list.
And that's it, folks. That's 8 pre-workout supplements in 8 days. And you may be thinking at this point, do I actually need to be taking this stuff? Here's my take. And my answer is, if you can take something that's going to help you do something or perform an action that you know you need to be doing, like working out, then you should take it. Especially if it helps you get closer to your goals and it is safe. Then yes, you should take it. And for me, this means making sure that I get in my morning workout, which obviously keeps me healthy, but also sets the tone for the rest of my day. Now, if you're interested in getting any of these supplements, I purchased them all from Supplement World Canada. This is not a sponsored video in any way, but they do take very good care of me. Recently, I went down the path of trying an all-meat carnivore diet and I had to quit it, and you're gonna hear all about my experience right here. So check it out now and I'll see you in the next video.